Parshas Yitro. It's that time of year again when we get to the Ten Commandments. And within the Ten Commandments, there are some which are action-orientated. Don't kill, don't steal. There are some which are speech-orientated. Lo tisa. And there's the last one of Lo tachmod, which is more difficult to understand hashkafically. Hashem's asking us not to feel an emotion that we feel. Lo tachmod. Don't be jealous. And I see that my neighbor has something that I really want. And I see that my chavruta has some skills, some great memory that he has. He's much sharper than me. How can I not be jealous of that? It's just what I feel. Is Hashem saying to me that I shouldn't feel what I feel? It sounds impossible. That's just what I feel. Comes along the Sefer HaChinuch and has really harsh words for someone who says that that's just how I feel. Says the Sefer HaChinuch, Biyad ha'adam limnoa atzmo u'machshavotav v'ta'avotav mikol ma sheyirtzeh. It's within the ability of man to prevent himself from thinking thoughts, and he can control which thoughts he feels. And anyone who doesn't think this way, he says, tipshim ra'im v'chata'im b'nafshoteihem. Very harsh words. Rather, berushuto u'v'da'ato l'archik v'lekarev chefzo. It's within a person's ability to think and feel what he wants to feel. V'libo masur biado. His emotions are within his hand. Al kol asher yachfetz. Whatever he desires, yiteinu, Hashem will give to him. So it is a commandment that we're expected to keep. We are, apparently, according to the Sefer HaChinuch, in charge of our emotions. But how do we do it? Is it my fault if a thought just came to me that I feel jealous of someone else? Apparently it is. According to the Sefer HaChinuch, I am in control of my emotions. So the Sefer HaChinuch gave me the belief that I can control emotions, but I need the tool. How do I do it? And for that we turn to the Ibn Ezra. The Ibn Ezra on the Pasuk of Lo Tachmod says something absolutely amazing, and he gives us a tool to learn how to control our emotions. You see, you could mistakenly think that you just feel what you feel. But the truth is that we only feel our emotions because we thought, and the thought leads to the emotion. So we might not be able to stop feeling, but we can change the original thought. And if we change the thought that led to the feeling, then we won't feel that feeling anymore. So because I had a particular thought that made me feel the way I feel, I can go back to that thought and check, is that thought really true? And if that thought is not true, and I can find a way to realize that that's not a correct thought, but another thought is true, then that will change my emotion. So maybe I can't change my emotion directly, but I can change the source of my emotion, the thought that led me to feel that way. And if I can do that, then I can really control my emotions. And then the Ibn Ezra is giving us a direction, a tool of how to work on what the Sefer HaChinuch is saying. So how do I do that? So the principle that the Ibn Ezra writes is the following. I have exactly what I need. And if I don't have it, that's a sign that I don't need it. So when I look at my friend's car, my friend's house, my friend's wife, when I look at my chavrusa's skills that he has, his memory, his sharpness and his learning, and I think, wow, I would be much better off in life. I would be better in wealth, or I'd be better in learning if I had those things. Then that leads me to feel jealousy. So the thought that I would be better off if I had those things, it's that thought that produces the feeling of jealousy. Now, is that thought true according to Judaism? No, it's not. Hashem gives me exactly what I need to fulfill my task in this world. And if I don't have it, it's a sign that I don't need it. So yes, I'm happy for my friend that he has what he has, because that's going to help him fulfill his mission in the world. And I'm happy for my chavruta that he has the skills that he has, because that's going to enable him to fulfill his mission in the world. But when I look at myself and I see these are the skills and these are the possessions that Hashem gave me, then I know that I have exactly what I need to fulfill my mission in the world. And if I don't have it, that's a sign that I don't need it. So the thought that leads to jealousy is a thought that I want that. But the correct thought is, I have exactly what I need. And that's what the Ibn Ezra writes, that a person wouldn't be jealous of someone else if what they have is clearly not relevant to them. The example that he gives us, if a person lives in a village, he might be jealous of the neighbor's possessions, but he wouldn't be jealous of the king's possessions, because he realizes that's never going to be relevant to me. That's way out of my realm. So, Lo Tachmod is a mitzvah. an Avera. And it is relevant to us. We maybe can't control our emotions in a direct way, but we can control the original thought that leads to the emotion. And when we realize what the misconception that we have in that thought is, and we fix it, then we'll be able to control our emotions by having changed our thoughts. Have a wonderful Shabbos.